This video is to show you how to install and correctly adjust the AR15 trigger adjuster. This is a close-up of the trigger adjuster here. And basically you're going to start out with your lower receiver, separate it from your upper, cock your hammer back and set it to safe. And you're going to leave it on safe throughout the installation here to ensure that it's correctly set up. You're going to start out by taking your grip off. And once you get the grip off, you just want to make sure you don't lose the spring and detent that are held in place by it for your safety selector. A little bit further here. So, like I said, there's your spring and your safety detent. Set those aside. And what you're going to do is get your adjuster and remove the set screw completely from it. And has the adjustment end there. I don't know if you can see it. And you're going to take some Loctite. Make sure you put a good amount of it on here so that way it doesn't come loose later on. Be generous with it. Make sure it's good and coated. And then go ahead and thread it back all the way back into the grip screw. That way you can adjust it a little bit. Now what you're going to do is go ahead and put your star washer back on and go ahead and get it started into your grip. These use a 3/16 Allen, so get that in there. You can put your detent back in, get your spring back into your grip, and just get everything lined back up how it's supposed to go. Make sure your spring's back where it's supposed to be there, so you don't bend it. And tighten the grip screw down. You want to go ahead and snug it up as tight as you're going to want it, because if you tighten that any further after you adjust it, then you're going to have to go back and change your adjustment. So basically, once that's in, just to show you how much trigger it is before it's adjusted, how much trigger pull there is. I'll go ahead and pull this a couple times. You can see that there's quite a bit there just in the safe mode. So basically that adjuster will take all that out right up to that point. So I'll set it over to fire here. You can watch how far the trigger is actually going to go before it fires. It's got quite a long trigger pull, which is typical. So then at this point what we're going to do is we will set it back to safe, and then we're going to go in through the grip. You can either use a 2mm or a 5/64 Allen. It does have to be pretty long to reach in through the back of the adjuster. And basically you're going to tighten that adjuster down until it stops against it's basically going to push your trigger up, and the tail of your trigger is going to come up and stop against the bottom of the safety. So once you've tightened it down, don't make it too tight, but just to where you feel it stops. Then you're going to notice your safety is really hard to move. So what you're going to do at that point is you're going to back that adjustment screw out, maybe an 1/8 or 1/10 of a turn, just until the safety lever frees up and everything seems like it's working okay. We'll just go a little bit more. And that's as far as you can basically adjust it without doing any other modifications to any of the parts inside. So now you'll notice there's no trigger pull left in safe mode at this point. So basically we eliminated all that. So I'll flip it back up to fire here, and you can watch that it's much shorter now. So it's basically taking out all that pre-travel and creep that's in the standard AR trigger. And that's about it. You just want your Loctite to set up for a few hours or overnight, and should be ready to go. Thanks a lot.